And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. And the 10. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Kleba in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Robert Covington. He's out there with Nurkic. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2. Drains it from beyond the arc. And tonight, a battle between conference rivals. These teams, Brett, know each other very well.
There are very few surprises for either opponent tonight in this game, Kevin. I think they actually send Christmas cards to one another. They know each other that well. Who is going to execute when it matters? That's going to be the difference.
Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Lillard's got 5.
Well, sometimes you got to take a picture and understand what the defense is giving up, and Lillard took advantage there.
Doncic looking it over. And the dunk by Doncic.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Simons, the pass to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. It's good. He's got 7.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Doncic. Hardaway passes to Cauley Stein. Lays it up off the glass.
Taking contact on the way up. Cauley Stein going through it that time.
For Portland, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Portland moving the ball around. Now here's Lillard. He's got 7. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Hardaway with the steal. Passes it to Kleba. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Now here's Lillard. Defense is right there. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Doncic outside. And the pass to Kleba. Lock at 6. In the corner, Marjanovic with it. Shoots over Nurkic. Cauley Stein controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Lillard gets double teamed. Down low. Here's Simons. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
And here is Doncic. Fires the 3. Rebound by Nurkic.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, that's an exclamation point right there. Lillard is a natural-born finisher.
Doncic outside. The 3 kept alive. Pass to Hardaway. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Here's Lillard. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Man, at the point guard position, are you kidding me? Explosive scoring ability and body control. That results in a bucket and a free throw.
Mavericks trail by 8. Doncic outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis high post to end the run. And the layup is good.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot in his offensive game now.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trail Blazers guys, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
They've got Anthony. Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Trailblazers leading by 4. McCollum deciding where to go with it. The 9-foot shot. And the bank shot is good. McCollum's got his first points of the night.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Richardson outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. 6 to shoot. That's tipped.
That's good footwork from the big man as Kanter aware defensively to get to that one.
Offensive rebound. Outside Collins. The pass to Anthony. Inside. Here's Kanter. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Kanter's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Brunson the pass to Melly. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Shot by Collins, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 6-point game. Dallas again missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's McCollum. Good, nice job down low. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finish. It's just how shifty he is.
Up top, Doncic. And he comes up with the deuce. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. McCollum outside. Doncic with the steal. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Basket good. And now it's just a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
Out to Anthony. To the inside. Portland moving the ball around. Here's McCollum. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Even though McCollum's a little bit thin, he doesn't mind taking the contact and moving away from it before scoring.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. Powell, he's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Cauley Stein comes in for Nicolo Melli. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway is subbed in for J.J. Redick. And he makes that one. Cauley Stein's got 6.
Cauley Stein aggressive inside, putting the defense on their heels and in a tough spot, staying engaged.
Powell, no one around him. Portland, no good that time either. Mavericks trail by 5. To the paint. Cauley Stein's shot is good. Cauley Stein's got 4 this quarter.
Well, a 7-footer that has a bit of moxie. Willie Cauley Stein loves to play rough down low.
Lillard surveying the D. Feeds it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. McCollum kicks to Powell. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Got to put a body on there. Just too big down low.
McCollum against Doncic. Pass to Hardaway. Marjanovic down low. He's guarded by Nurkic. And here's Doncic from the arc. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. It's a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Powell's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Trailblazers lead by 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Carmelo, you got some real numbers off the bench.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. Portland was looking great right away. They were able to stretch out their lead to 8 points on the and that'll do it for our half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Dallas, Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Brunson against Lillard. Pass to Simons. And a miss there on the triple. Mavericks trailed by 5. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Now Powell. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Passes it to Lillard. From downtown. He can't get that one to fall. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Brunson against Lillard. Now here's Porzingis. D right on him. Brunson with a clean look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Trailblazers leading by 4. Covington finds Powell. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Carmelo Anthony in for Damian Lillard. Doncic is checked in for Dallas. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
Outside Anthony. He kicks to Cantor. Back to Anthony. The feed to Collins. Tries it from the top of the key. They get the rebound.
And they continue to control the glass.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Doncic with it. He's got 6. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. The pass to Simons. This is to Cantor. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Cantor. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Zach Collins. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Hardaway is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
Simons surveying the D. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. 1:04 left in the third. And the shot goes in. Simons has got 6 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Doncic. He's got 9. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Covington kicks to McCollum. Pass to Simons. Lets it go. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 9 points in the game so far. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Doncic outside. Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Powell. The second effort. Pass to Simons. Outside Anthony. Here's Powell. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Powell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Anthony. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And the basket by Lillard.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
Now here's Brunson. To the middle. Here's Cauley Stein.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And he makes the first. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And Trey Burke subbed in for Josh Richardson.
The one thing about Willie Cauley-Stein is you don't really use the word length with him. You talk about his mobility and just how athletic as a big he could be. That activity can be disruptive to any team they're playing against.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Lillard just plays with a flat-out edge. Dangerous as a player who knows how to draw contact inside.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Burke. Shot clock at 6. The dish to Powell. And the layup's good off the glass.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him. Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Now, he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the pill.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. And it's Maxi Kleber in for Porzingis. The drive by Doncic. Count it, and the foul. It's good. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Dallas making a switch here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleber. Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
They got to be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Jalen Brunson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Richardson. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, he can shoot the three, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Doncic outside. Now the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis making it count, wants to come through big time and does here.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Simons. Back to Lillard. Launches it. The offensive rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
Doncic outside. Pass to Burke. To the inside. Here's Marjanovic. Banked in off the glass.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here is Lillard. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic outside. Passes it to Burke. Back to Doncic. And they double up Doncic. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. And the rebound by Nurkic.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And now we've got the intentional foul. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Lillard with it. Now defended by Cauley-Stein. Launches a three. Kleber with the rebound. Dallas with the ball. They trail by 3. The three for Doncic. Money! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Lillard, right side. It's in!
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
The three for Doncic. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they can. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Trailblazers, Norman Powell is out there with Giles. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in at the 2 spot. Now, here is George. Zubac the pass to Cousins. And that one, good.
As much as today's game is being played on the perimeter, it's good to see Cousins attacking inside.
Here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Powell with it. And there's the pass to Giles. Just 5 to shoot. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by Zubac. And it's the Clippers' ball. Lets it go from 11. The rebound by Simon. Here's Powell. Nurkic trying to get open. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Cousins. And it's blocked. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And Beverley kicks to George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Oh!
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Lillard against Beverley. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. George passes to Leonard. Great D that time from Nurkic. One-on-one here. Kicks it out to Lillard. Right wing. Simons, the pass to Giles. Here's Lillard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right.
No, we don't do that.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Now Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. Out to the right wing. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for Portland. 4-point game. Here's Anthony. Here's Cantor. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
And here are the Trailblazers now. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's McCollum off the drive. Here's Cantor. And he battles for the ball and gets the second change bucket. Cantor's got his second basket of the game.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Here's Kennard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
It's McCollum on the wing. Kennard covering. Here's Anthony. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
And here's Jackson. Another shot. Misses at the rim. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers ahead. Up to... And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it...
this game, it's
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
So for the Clippers right now, Batum out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 2. McCollum outside, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Giles comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Simons in for Anthony. The Clippers also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Morris. And Georgia subbed in for Luke Kennard.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Simons, the pass to Giles. Feeds it to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Here's McCollum. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. McCollum up top, defended by George. Pass to Giles. He kicks to Powell. Portland needs to get off a shot. Pass to Simons. That three off the mark. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Nobody near George. Off target with his three. A three from McCollum. Hits it from three-point range. McCollum's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
George finds Leonard. Back to George. Zubac's trying to break loose. A nice shot by George.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
George against McCollum. Giles the pass to Simons. Down low. Here's Nurkic. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Damian Lillard's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Beverly's checked in. There's 1:47 left in the first half. Now the pass to Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Driving with a purpose. Leonard shakes off the hit, maintains focus, count it.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Lillard outside. 41 seconds left in the first half. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Here's George, and he makes good on the layup. George has got his third basket of the night right there.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Lillard against Beverly. Now here's Lillard.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
George passes to Cousins. And he banks in the layup. And now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Hollis Jefferson. Enes Kanter is out there with Collins. Then it's Anthony. And it's McCollum in at the point guard. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Misses from short range. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing, and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Jackson kicks to Kennard. High post to Ibaka. Top of the key, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Collins passes to Cannon. Kicks it to Collins. Dishes it to McCollum. Sinks that one from the post. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Jackson finds Morris. And the shot is good. Morris has got the lead back up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Good on the shot. McCollum's got 13. Here's Jackson. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And it's blocked, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson for the Trailblazers. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson, and Lillard subbed in for Collins. Lillard with it, guarded now by Morris. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Cousins, the pass to Mann. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Everly with the ball. Back to Morris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Morris has got his second bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
To the left wing. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. A different look now for Portland. Giles checked in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for McCollum. The Clippers also changing it up. Ibaka comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Jackson kicks to Morris. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Passes to Giles. It's stolen by Morris. Ibaka with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. Outside Jackson. Morris outside. To the wing on the left. Mann passes to Jackson. Ibaka outside. That one good for 2.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers, while George comes in for Luke Kennard. Jackson against McCollum. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And here's George for 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's McCollum. Outside Anthony. Over George. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
I love the way George can move his feet
and so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So for the Clippers right now, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's man in at the 2-guard spot. George with the ball. High post, Zubac. Shoots over Lillard. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got his first bucket in this one. Trailblazers trail by 10. And it's McCollum in the corner. The dish to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Fires it up. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Beverly finds Zubac. Here's man. On the wing, George. Over Anthony. Portland grabs the miss.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Offensive rebound. He dishes it to McCollum. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Snatched up. Here's Leonard. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. Trailing by 10. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And George with the stuff.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
Lillard attacking, makes it off the glass. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now Beverly, pass to Leonard. Shoots over Powell. And it's Leonard missing. Trailblazers trail by 10. Clippers moving the ball around. Puts up a 3. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
Nurkic finds Lillard. But they'll get another chance.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
6 to shoot. McCollum passes to Carmelo. The feed to Nurkic. It's McCollum on the wing. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And
You got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
All over that one. DeMarcus gets himself in position, times the block beautifully.
George dishes to Ibaka. Lets it go with a three. And there's George. That's good on the assist from Ibaka. And the Clippers lead by 16.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Leonard.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
George finds Beverly. Back to George. Shoots the three. Rebound by Nurkic. So it's Portland now. It's a 14-point game. The shot's good.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
George way outside. And it's George again missing. Pass to Simons. Powell for three. Off the mark.
Locked down. Leonard, a smothering force on the defensive end.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We bring you tonight into... And as...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Cole is out there with Gordon. Then there's Murray. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Jokic in at the 5, down low. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Gordon. Murray for 3. Bull. Nurkic with the steal. McCollum with the ball. Out guarded by Murray. Count the basket.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
Here's Murray. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Here's Morris after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. And now Portland on the break. And Bull pulls it down.
They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's Jokic. Nice move. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Now, sometimes there's passes, and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
Lillard against Murray. And then Lillard slams it in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And so here's Denver. The Blazers getting the bucket. Here's Jokic. And it's Portland with the rebound.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Morris passes to Murray. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Murray, not much fear there as he gets amongst the trees, looking in control down low.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Back to Lillard. 5 on the clock. And Lillard throws it down.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Morris passes to Bull. Back to Morris. Now Bull. He's guarded by McCollum. Pass to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Puts it up from 12. A shot missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Lillard, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Covington kicks to McCollum. And stolen by Bull. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Murray with the ball. Morris finds Jokic. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Nurkic.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. McCollum outside. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Now, here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Murray. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Lillard the pass to Covington, and Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Collins comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. The pass to Millsap. Back to Rivers. There's the feed to Millsap. And it's good, 2 points.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. Inside, here's Collins, and it's sent back by Millsap. Now here's Rivers. No good. That would have tied it. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know,
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Porter. And it's Rivers. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard. Shot clock at 5. McCollum, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Rivers. McGee dishes to Millsap. Pass to Rivers. Tries again. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on JaVale McGee. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Here's Simons. Following the basket by JaVale McGee. Here's Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Well, the size, length, and power of Kanter on full display that time.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. McGee up top. Pass to Porter. Lays it up off the glass. Porter's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Anthony. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kanter's shot is off. Passes it to Rivers. Kicks to McGee. It's Porter. It's out the key. Over Anthony. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Lillard looking around. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got 7.
Well, Lillard and Steph Curry, we talk about their unlimited range on display that time from Damian.
Morris kicks to Murray. McCollum trying to get open. And the rebound by Nurkic. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The tray. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Well, the coach has confidence in CJ taking that shot, and so CJ has confidence in making it.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
There's the pass to Gordon. There's the dish to Bol. Back to Gordon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Kicks it out to Covington. 2 on the clock. That one a little long. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
And the wide open shot from Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Well, a big man who can really dish it out. Jokic really reliable, setting up his teammates.
Here's Lillard, and he hammers that one down right on the face of Jamal Murray.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Textbook bounce pass there, perfectly timed.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. And yes, it's good.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring it. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that's a wrap.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possessions. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Ooh, that first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Norman Powell. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Anthony, and it's Simons in at the point guard. McGee finds Millsap. That one's not going to go. And it's Portland the other way. Simons surveying the D. Denver grabs the miss. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Dozier. Almost, but it rolls out.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
They blow the whistle and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review, is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Ball's knocked loose. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Porter's running. Now here's Rivers. He's covered closely. Back to Porter. Here's Millsap. The Nuggets with another miss.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Cantor finds Anthony. He doesn't hit that one. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Rivers in the corner. Back to Millsap. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Kicks it out to Covington. Portland moving the ball around. Over to the wing. Porter against Cantor. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Anthony. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anfernee Simons. Clock at 6. Murray against Lillard. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing 2-a-days for Team Canada. And the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers. Came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
Murray against Lillard. The putback, he's off on that one, and it's Denver the other way. Gordon, the pass to Jokic, and good that time. Jokic has got 6 points.
Yeah, Jokic did a nice job positioning himself down in the paint. Usually he's at the top of the key, but this time knew where he wanted to get the ball. Shot it on the inside and scored.
Lillard misses. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Morris. Rebounded by McCollum. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. He dishes it to Cantor. That shot off. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Here's Rivers, and they call the foul, so a chance at the... And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Murray out there with Monte Morris. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Bull. And it's Gordon in at the 3 slot. Pass to Nurkic. He kicks it to Anthony. Back to Nurkic. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Smart play getting Nurkic the ball after the screen and roll. He dives towards the basket and gets the pass in a perfect spot deep in the lane.
Pass to Bull. Wide open look here for Murray. They get it again. Trailblazers leading by 6. Near the 3-point line, it's McCollum. Off target from the wing.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look now for Portland. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anfernee Simons. The Trailblazers shooting 47%, pretty solid. Lillard outside. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. A 3-ball. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And he can't get the first one.
And like his father, Manu, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Martin's checked in for Morris. Murray for 3. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got rebound number 5 here tonight. They double him with Barton. Passes it to McCollum. And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Covington. No good. Shot missing. Gordon with the defensive effort. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Really left alone that time. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from 3-point line as much as he possibly can.
Murray with the bounce pass. Jokic inside. Working on Nurkic. And it's Jokic missing. Trailblazers leading by 8. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one.
That free throw good from Lillard. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bull. Michael Porter comes in for Gordon. And it's Rivers in for Murray. Lillard outside. The 3. Millsap grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 9. Barton kicks to Porter. Pass to Rivers. And he converts the layup.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
Lillard with it. stolen by Rivers.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Rivers dishes to Porter. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. Millsap. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Man, once Millsap gets the ball in his hands, everyone in the building knowing he was going to take and make that shot.
Lillard against Rivers. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And it's Jokic missing. Hollis Jefferson passes to McCollum. Lillard attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Portland lead.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And so And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. A lot of thought put into those outfits. And we've got...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Covington in at the 3 slot. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at small forward. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe. And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Now Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. And the 3 off target. Passes it to Lillard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Covington kicks to Lillard. The pass to Collins. McCollum right side. Kicks it out to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Hardaway. And the shot is long. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Dishes it to Doncic. Hardaway against Nurkic. And Covington sends it back.
This guy is such a lengthy wing defender. Robert Covington doing work defensively.
Out to Porzingis. Dallas again missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Covington passes to Lillard. Off target from 3-point range. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Hardaway for 3. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Nurkic, the pass to Covington. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
This is about perseverance and passion. Robert Covington refuses to be denied.
Pass to Kleber. To the inside. Out to Hardaway. Doncic outside. Out to the wing. To the left side wing. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Will. So Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. And it's Nicolo Melli in for Maxi Kleber. Canner in the corner. Pass to McCollum. Simons surveying the D. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Doncic leading the charge.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Dallas shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Out to the right wing. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Doncic. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Doncic against Powell. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. That puts them in the lead. 26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Brunson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And here's Doncic from the arc. Dallas, no good that time either.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
At the end of one, a closely contested. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Rebound Hollis Jefferson. He's out there with Anthony. Enes Kanter is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. The Mavericks trailing. Redick with the three. Drains the three-pointer.
You've got to guard Redick as soon as he gets across half court. He's that talented of an outside shooter.
Outside Anthony. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Marjanovic. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Richardson. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Doncic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas.
And they've had two completely different quarters. Field goal percentage just over 20 in the first, and they shot themselves out of that slump and have the lead here in the second.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Just 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Mavericks leading by 4. The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Anthony finds Kanter. Back to Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Simons, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Doncic. Got it. Good job in the low post. And it's an 8-point Dallas lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Outside Anthony. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Anthony. Here's Simons. Anthony, the pass to Simons. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for J.J. Redick.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Lillard against Doncic to stop the drought. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Damian Lillard.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Brunson the pass to Redick. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic.
And in college, Redick was an all-time leading scorer. Years later, he's still a top producer. Great shooting ability is really something you can bank on.
Lillard with no one around. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Nurkic dishes to Covington. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. That shot misses. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Fast break, Dallas. Redick with it. Now defended by McCollum. And now they decide to foul intentionally. For Dallas, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
And Redick kicks to Brunson. No good from outside. Trailblazers trail by 14. McCollum finds Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
From the arc. And no good that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Lillard.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good. Damian Lillard.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley Stein. Nicole O'Malley comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. The Trailblazers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. First free throw is good.
You know, Carmelo Anthony, problematic for the defense. He spends so much time at the line, keeps you on a string. This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Jacks up a 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Dallas. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, Kent, the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Some good action during the period, as it would. Thanks for joining us.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Mavericks leading by 6. Doncic looking it over. Out to Hardaway for the three. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Hardaway with the steal. On the wing, Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. Now the pass to Kleber. Doncic with it. Fires for three. Tips it. It's good on the putback. Kleber's got 6.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 5. Feeds to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Now Doncic. Outside Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. 12 points for him.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Doncic against Lillard to the paint. Here's Nurkic, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
And here's Brunson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. No good from the wing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm. You know, so much of rebounding is about effort, and no lack of that right there. He had to box out and establish great position.
And that one's good. Marjanovic. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. McCollum outside. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
A physical big, Nurkic embracing, going up and attracting the contact when he's trying to score.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They've led by as many as 14 points. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Simons. He feeds it to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Brunson kicks to Redick. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Clock at 6. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Anthony, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Mavericks with some changes. Zinkas, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dwight Powell. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for J.J. Redick. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Johnson with it. From deep. The shot that time, not on target. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Mavericks lead by 13. And we'll get going after this from the American. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Trailblazers, clearing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Covington in at the 3, the small forward.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Lillard, that falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Now, here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Doncic outside. Kicks it to Burke. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 10. The Trailblazers shooting for the game at 42%. Lillard outside. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Pass to Burke. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic outside. Coley Stein trying to free himself up. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Doncic against Lillard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
To the right side. Here's Burke. Offensive rebound. Cauley Stein passes to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Back to Richardson. Second chance shot. Cauley Stein. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Mavericks.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Count that one.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Doncic outside. Passes to Porzingis. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Doncic outside. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Norman Powell. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Lillard in at the point. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Zubac the pass to George. Back to Zubac. 6 to shoot. Buries the 7-footer. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight. Chris, what an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Lillard, right side. Shot from 12. The Clippers grab the miss.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Cousins, the pass to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard inside, covered by Hollis Jefferson.
And we've seen Leonard's ball handling improve over the years, especially in the pick and rolls where he has grown to be very effective.
Now here's Powell. Back to Lillard. Pass to Powell. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. He dishes it to Leonard. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Powell. Here's Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
George passes to Beverly. George looking around. And that one drops.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And here is Powell. Lillard outside. Back to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And Beverly kicks to George. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And they're on the break. And there's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. Lillard misses.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Wasted no time on that one. Leonard's got his second basket.
I mean, he's finding some good shots early on. And what you like about it, he's not trying to do too much.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Now here's Hollis Jefferson. He's covered by Leonard. Lillard, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lillard against Beverly. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Both teams will make substitutions. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Pass to Batum. Powell against Kennard. From 12 feet out, Portland grabs the miss. Up top, Powell, covered by Morris.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Portland may have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The free throw drops for Powell. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Kennard with the ball. Swiped it away. It's stolen by Ibaka. Jackson in the corner. Here's the three. And Cantor pulls it down. Here's Powell. That will count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Tie game in Los Angeles. And the second quarter about. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the one spot. Ball stolen. Kennard on the wing. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Batum dishes to Morris. Pass to Ibaka. The shot off that time. Collins with some nice D. Anthony, the pass to Simons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys. There are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Outside for Jackson. Down low. Ibaka in the post. Powell's there. That one drops for him. Ibaka's got his first basket.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Out to Anthony. 5 on the clock. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Anthony's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Ibaka outside. Over Anthony. From 8 feet away, he drops it in. Ibaka's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Yeah, high percentage look there for Ibaka. He can be automatic in there when given room.
Kanter finds Anthony. Here's Simons. Pass to Kanter. Here's Simons. Banked in off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. 1:32 left in the first half of basketball. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Norman Powell. Kicks to Lillard. From deep three-point range, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. To the middle. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And Cousins is a big body who knows just how to back down the deep. When he has the room to throw it down, he does not hesitate for 1 second.
Lillard against George. Lillard attacking. Nurkic kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Lillard from outside. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. 35 seconds left to play in the first half. Nurkic the best to Simons. Dishes it to Covington. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Lillard outside. And the layup's good off the glass.
Lillard is as tough as there is to contain in the pick and roll. He does a nice job of using the screen to get a little bit of separation.
And a close game so far through the...
Kevin, thanks. Coach.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead up.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. The Clippers in the lead. Now Beverley still looking for his first bucket in this one. There's the triple. Damian Lillard pulls it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The shot by Powell, no good.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Zubac finds Beverley. Good on the triple. Beverley's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
And Beverley has wonderful moves and has a great stroke from downtown. Gotta love how he rises up with plenty of confidence.
Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Here's George. Nurkic trying to get open, and it's good off the back rim and in.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
The pass to Covington.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Anthony's checked in for Portland. Beverley looking around. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Man passes to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zubac controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Clippers on defense. Lillard from outside gets the three-pointer to fall. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you can tell Lillard loves to test his range. I mean, he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
Jackson dishes to Morris. An easy 2 points on the layup. Morris has got his first points of the game. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Jackson kicks to Ibaka. Lillard against Jackson. Back to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Lillard against Jackson. Lillard surveying the D. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard or you'll get dunked on.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point lead. Covington against Morris. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jackson. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Oh, you love when Jackson comes up with the floating J. The way he shoots, it makes it impossible for the D to do anything about it.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 11. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Pass to Ibaka. He kicks it to Jackson. Back to Ibaka. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Ibaka's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Clippers. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Here is Lillard. No good that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. George with the ball. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. We've got Yusuf Nurkic. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard position.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Simons surveying the D. Hollis Jefferson passes to Simons. Bucket is good.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Outside, George. Cousins finds George. And that one is off. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And now Portland on the break. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Zubac's the pass to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from 9. It's deflected. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Simons. And the Trailblazers another 3.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
To the paint, here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Simons, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That one is off. And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Here's George. And the shot goes in.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they've needed it, he's been their safety valve.
Simons, the pass to Powell. Outside, Covington. Down low. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. To the inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
George with the bounce pass. Here's Leonard. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Portland takes it the other way. Covington with it. Guarded now by Morris. Covington's shot is off, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. Clippers leading by 6. George passes to Kennard. Back to George. Shoots the 3, and that's good. Luke Kennard for 3.
Oh, a deadly, decisive shooter. Once Kennard gets a good look he likes, he ain't gonna hesitate.
Lillard against Kennard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Left side, Leonard. And it's in there. And the Clippers lead by 9.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Ibaka finds Leonard. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now a 12-point Clipper lead. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Los Angeles.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Paul George.
Well, he had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Patterson, he's checked in for Morris. Reggie Jackson comes in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Leonard. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good moments. All right, David, thank you. David. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. And for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray is out there with Monte Morris. Then there's Gordon. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the center position. And here is Murray. No good with the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Outside Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. It's deflected. It's stolen by Morris. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And Jokic throws it down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Jokic. That one off the back iron and out. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Outside Porter. There's the three. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. There's the dish to Nurkic. Outside Covington. Simons, the pass to Covington. Here's Simons. Powell dishes to Nurkic. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And Portland making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Gordon kicks to Porter. Denver passing it around. It's stolen by Anthony. Now Lillard. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Zach Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Anfernee Simons.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Inside, here's Millsap. He gets it in there.
Superb concentration that time from Millsap, the veteran, just able to overpower the defense on these tough finishes.
Lillard against Rivers. Lillard attacking, and there it is for him. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
46 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Dozier. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets, using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Rivers with it. Now defended by McCollum. Barton wide open. He fires. Misses the three. McCollum against Rivers. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Lets it go with the three. Can't hit that one. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a
selfless. I mean, you need to
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Blazers.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. Rivers out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Bull in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. They grab their own miss. Here's Millsap. Goes up with it again. Murray outside. Clock at 6. McCollum against Rivers. Stolen by McCollum. One-on-one here. And he lays in the alley-oop. Anthony's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
Murray, the pass to Barton. Passes it to Bull. Buries it down low.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jokic, he's checked in for Bull. Aaron Gordon comes in for Paul Millsap. Porter's checked in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Austin Rivers.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleek.
And it's Jokic missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Here's the 3. Trailblazers keep it alive.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. From downtown. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
The Nuggets trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Lillard against Rivers. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Barton passes to McGee. Here's Rivers. Denver with a new 14. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Powell kicks to Nurkic. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Pass to Millsap. From past the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Powell. He kicks it to Nurkic. Now here's Lillard. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarters.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and that.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. We've got Hollis Jefferson. Collins is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony, and it's McCollum in at the point. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Collins against Millsap. Over Collins. Stolen by Collins. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Anthony's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland. Rivers with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. McGee inside. He's covered by Kanter. Stolen by McCollum, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And here's McCollum. Puts up a three. Denver grabs the miss. They're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. They need to avoid that.
Cantor dishes to McCollum. Lets the three fly. He can't hit that time.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Powell, he's checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for McCollum. And the pass to Porter. Now, here's Jokic. From 6 feet, that's good on the jump shot.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open. And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Portland leading by 12. And Lillard kicks to Cantor. And he banks in the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Morris passes to Porter. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
Murray's checked in for Bol. And then for the Trailblazers, Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Powell. And McCollum subbed in for Damian Lillard. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. McCollum passes to Cantor. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
A minute 20 left in the third. Now Morris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the layup falls.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. McCollum dishes to Collins. Back to Hollis-Jefferson. Clock at 4. McCollum against Murray.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Here's McCollum. Yep, that one goes. McCollum's got 6 points.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Morris against McCollum. The kick out to Porter. Passes it to Morris. Back to Porter. Fires the three. The shot comes out. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Dozier in at the 2 spot. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, his emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Portland?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
And Portland with another turnover here. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And, you know, guys, it's really obvious that Jokic wants to keep getting better. I mean, he's got a lot of tools, and I think the sky's the limit.
Here's Green. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Powell. Shooting. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Paul Millsap's checked in for the Nuggets. Michael Porter comes in for Monte Morris. The kick out to Porter. Wide open look here for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Simons the pass to Lillard. This one for three. Porter pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Simons. Boom, he jams it straight down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Just a load. I mean, at 7 feet, Nurkic also moves well, and that combo gets him to the line a bunch.
And both free throws good for Nurkic. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Murray right side. Count it, good. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Lillard outside. Over Green, and Lillard kicks to Covington, and Nurkic has it in the corner. Powell with it, now guarded by Porter. 4 on the shot clock. Floats it up there for Nurkic. It's stolen by Green.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Trailblazers.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Damian Lillard.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Gordon comes in for Paul Millsap, and Morris subbed in for Green.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And the dunk by Powell.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Love how creative Murray is with the ball. Just dribbling through defenders like he's out there by himself. Who's got Lillard?
There's 21 seconds left in the game. Morris against Lillard. Pass to Simons. 5 to shoot. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
Campazzo misses there. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him.